Oh, hello there. Nice to see your lovely faces again. And those of you new to the audience, my name is Xiovox, and I'm here to tell you spooky stories to keep you entertained. So, without further ado, here's this week's trifecta. Roll the film. Have you ever walked into a room and found a vampire? No, not the sexy kind, but a foul creature with bony limbs and ashen skin. The kind that snarls as you enter, like a beast about to pounce. The kind that roots you to the spot with its sunken, hypnotic eyes, rendering you unable to flee as you watch the hideous thing uncoil from the shadows. As your heart started racing, though your legs refused to, have you felt time slow as the creature crosses the room in the darkness of a blink? Have you shuddered with fear when it placed one clawed hand atop your head and another under your chin so it can tilt you, exposing your neck? Have you ever squirmed as its rough, dry tongue slid down your cheek, over your jaw, to your throat in a slithering searching that's seeking your artery? Have you felt its hot breath release in a hiss against your skin when it probes your pulse, the flow that leads to your brain? Has its tongue rested there, throbbing slightly as if savoring the moment? Have you then experienced a sinking, sucking blackness as you've discovered that not all vampires feed on blood? Some feed on memories? Well, have you? Maybe not. But let me rephrase the question. Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you came in? The doctor pulled the stethoscope ear tips out and hung the device around his neck. Mr. Weatherby, all of your tests have come back negative, and my examination shows nothing abnormal. Adam knew what was coming next. I'm not crazy, Doctor. I'm sorry, but there's no physical reason for why you occasionally lose control of your hands. A psychologist can help. I don't need therapy. I need answers. They seem to have a life all of their own. I can't hold a job. I'm under investigation for assault. I almost killed my neighbor. This can't go on. I'll try anything at this point. After 2 weeks on the new medication, Adam saw no progress and grew increasingly depressed. He was convinced that despite what the doctor said, it was not a psychological problem. That night, a frustrated and angry Adam sat in a chair and drank bourbon. Drunk and hopeless, he stumbled into the garage and started the table saw, then slowly lowered his wrists towards the screaming blade. Detective Armstrong entered the garage, where several uniformed officers stood over a blood-soaked body. So, what have we got? He asked, taking in the blood-splattered scene. This is a weird one, Detective. How so? Take a look at the body. He apparently chopped off his hands with the table saw and bled to death. Armstrong knelt down, and we can't find the hands anywhere. I don't know why I looked up, but when I did, I saw him there. He stood against my window. His forehead rested against the glass, and his eyes were still and light, and he smiled a lipstick-red, cartoonish grin, and he just stood there in the window. My wife was upstairs sleeping. My son was in his crib, and I couldn't move. I froze and watched him looking past me through the glass. Oh, please no. His smile never moved, but he put a hand up and slid it down the glass, watching me. With matted hair and yellow skin and a face through the window, I couldn't do anything. I just stayed there, frozen, feet still in the bushes I was pruning, looking into my home. He stood against my window. Yes, that was a bit of a head-scratcher, wasn't it? We sometimes take things for granted, such as the use of idle hands, for example. If you happen to hear of anyone in need, you could certainly loan a sympathetic ear or a nice pat on the back. It'll cost you nothing but time. In fact, I once heard somebody say, the things we fear most in life have already happened to us. The late Robin Williams in his performance in 1 Hour Photo. So, be kind to one another. Leave the drama for the theater and horror for your imagination. I wanted to take this quick moment to thank this week's sponsors. That's right, the Patreons. If you want to help chip in and keep the lights on around here, you can too by going over to patreon.com/Xiovox, link in the description. Now, in no particular order, this week's Patreons are Tyler Wilson, Cardigan, Rissa Fandrab, Wildkin, Roxy Cat, Matthew Gafford, Karai Kitsune, and Tater Bater. Thank you. Remember, folks, you don't have to help financially to support this show. You could share the videos with your friends, your family, or even your enemies. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you liked, what you didn't like, or what you might like to see. And if you don't feel like typing, there's the fancy thumbs up or thumbs down button as well. But most importantly of all, don't forget to click the subscribe button right here to keep up to date on the latest release as they come out. But until then, here's 2 more videos to keep you entertained. And I guess we'll see you next time.